What's up everyone? What's going on? Welcome to the 4th edition of Weekly Meet B.LEAGUE. This is your host, Akita. I'm a street baller who loves playing pickup games at the park, a founder and a player of Japanese street ball league called Some City, and also a candidate for Japan 3x3 national team, which is a new sport introduced for upcoming Tokyo Olympic. Alright, let's get to the point. I'm here to guide you through the excitements and attractions of the B.LEAGUE, Japan's one and only professional basketball league that has continued to evolve ever since its birth. Like what we have been doing, we will be introducing must-see points from the upcoming games scheduled to be streamed live on official YouTube and Facebook, and some more attractions of B.LEAGUE as well. You can also check out our program from the past on this channel too, so make sure to check it out. Next up, highlights of the next match. We will talk about two upcoming matches. The first one is the next scheduled live stream match on March 20th. It's the Dooku Golden Kings versus Hiroshima Dragonflies. Let's introduce the teams. First off, the home team, Dooku Golden Kings. The game venue is the Okinawa City Gymnasium. Okinawa people is crazy about basketball. They are one of the loudest fans, and the arena is always packed with full of energy. Their enthusiastic support led to building the brand new Okinawa Arena, which is scheduled to be completed soon. The new arena is a dream facility with full entertainment that will accommodate 10,000 people. Okinawa will host a B.LEAGUE All-Star game in January of 2022 and also going to hold FIBA Basketball World Cup games, co-hosted with Indonesia and Philippines in 2023. Dooku Golden Kings, suiting up in their champagne gold uniforms, are currently ranked first in the Western Conference with the season record of 32 wins and 10 losses, looking to make a deep run in the playoffs. The player to watch out for is number 30, shooting guard, small forward, Keita Imamura, a very talented young player who is now a member of the national team. He was under the radar in high school, gradually stepped his game up in college, now a rising star who keeps getting better every year. He is very tough, can finish with contact, shoots high percentage from the three. You can always count on him to score double figures, and the sky is the limit for this young fella. His season high scoring game is 22 points, and the team and the fans really rely on his scoring ability. The opposing team is the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Their hometown, Hiroshima, is famous for Itsukushima Jinja, a World Heritage Site and national treasure. It's a Shinto shrine on the island of Itsukushima, popularly known as Miyajima, known worldwide for its iconic floating torii gate. The team name comes from Miyajima Dragonfly that he inhabits in those areas. And dragonfly is an insect considered to be good luck in Japan because they will always fly forward and never back up. Their home uniform color is vermilion, but they will be wearing white away uniforms this weekend instead. They are currently last place in the Western Conference with the record of 6 wins and 36 losses. It has been a very tough season for them, being just promoted from the B2 this season, which is the Division 2. But they still has a lot of potentials with many young talented players and great veterans. One of the young talent and the key player for Hiroshima is number 5, point guard, shooting guard, Isaiah Murphy. He played as a starter for NCAA Division II college in the United States. And his weapon is the ability to attack the rim with its great athleticism. He is one of the fan favorites with his dynamic plays and acrobatic finishes. And he has been selected for the national team in his first year in the league. Although he is originally a shooting guard, but he is trying to expand his game to play the point guard position this season. Standing at 6'5", his development as a point guard would be an absolutely plus for the Japanese national team. The match takes place on March 20th at 7 p.m. Don't miss out. Imamura and the Dooku Golden Kings take on Murphy's Hiroshima Dragonflies at home. You can count on this one for sure. Before we move on to the introduction of the second match, let's go on to the next segment of the show. Here, we will be explaining and introducing to the viewers attractions of the B-League that are not well known yet. It's called What's Up B-League? For our fourth time, this regulation has made the B-League even more exciting, creating opportunities for young players. Point 4. Special Designated Player Rule. Special Designated Player Rule is a regulation which each team can sign up to 2 players with 22 years or younger on top of their team's regular roster. But they can only play under this rule for a period of maximum 3 months per season. The rule was introduced in 2016 with the start of the B-League, and almost every teams make the most of this rule ever since. The player who left the biggest impact was Yuki Kawamura, who was still a high school student last season, but he was already leading his team and proved himself that he belongs in the league. His impact was big off the court too. It influenced the team's attendance because the arena was always packed with full house after full house. And also the number of followers on team's social media skyrocketed after he joined the team. What about this season? There is Kai Kim, who played for Yokohama, who made it from the youth team to the top team. 8 players from the major powerhouse Tokai University were called up to play at the professional level. And few high school players follow the footsteps of Kawamura too. The future is bright for these players. Experiencing the professional level at a young age will help develop their skill and mindset. And it definitely opens up possibilities of Japanese basketball. Now we get a message from Thirdy Ravena about what he thinks about the rule. Let's hear it from him.
What do you think about the special designated player system in Japan?
The university players, I'd say it's a great chance for them, and it's great that what B-League did for these players because they allowed them to experience a really high quality of basketball, a really high caliber of basketball here in Japan. And even if it's just 3 months, even if the contract only lasts for 3 months, they get a lot of experience out of it, and they definitely bring this experience to their team, to their respective universities, and they really try to elevate the level of basketball, not just but with themselves, but by passing on the experience to their teammates. It allows the whole team to learn and elevate their game as well. So really great that the players get to do this, and I wish that they get to do that in the Philippines as well, because it's a great opportunity for all of the players to be able to play like this. Yeah, just like what I said with my first answer, it's an amazing experience. Especially it's great to be young out here, because you get to have the chance to play against these legends in the game in Japan at such a young age, and to learn a lot from them, and not just from your opponents but from your teammates as well. To be able to know what it's like to be with the pros at a young level, at a young age, and you get to experience these things, and you get to mature faster, so that you get to bring that experience in your university and tell your teammates how you learned about, what you learned with these players that you're with and you play against. And I hope that really just elevates the game in general for these players in the university, for these young guys. Japanese, the young players. Have I played against a university player?
No.
I don't think so, right? But young players, I guess, I'm not so sure who the young players are, but by their names. But I've played against a lot of great players here in Japan. I've played a very limited amount of games, but I'd say in those games I've played against great players, and also players who have represented Japan, and the players that have represented the Japan in the national games, just like the Jones Cup. Where I've played with players like Leo Vendrame, and I've yet to play against my friend, my guy Kai Tevs, and I don't remember all of their names right now, but a lot of great players here in the B-League.
He made some great points, and I couldn't agree more. Being in the professional environment helps young players mature faster, and they can always bring back and share what they have learned to their teammates when they go back. Alright, let's get back on track. Next up, let me introduce the second live stream match scheduled on March 24th. It's Akita Northern Happiness versus Aubarc Tokyo. Let's introduce the teams. First off, the home team, Akita Northern Happiness. The game venue is the CNA Arena Akita. Their hometown Akita is in the Japanese northern area, Tohoku. They are also known for their enthusiastic fans, and the basketball is the sport loved by people of all ages. I'm not sure whether it comes from the enthusiasm or not, but they came up with their original musical instrument called girotampo to distract the opposing team's free throw. Because they cannot support the team with their voice due to the current situation with coronavirus, Akita Northern Happiness usually rock their pink uniforms, and no wonder why the fans are called Crazy Pink. They are currently ranked 7th in the Eastern Conference with a season record of 24 wins and 18 losses, working hard towards their first playoff appearance. The player to watch out for is number 17, point guard, shooting guard, Takuya Nakayama. Tenacity is his specialty. He never gives up on a play, plays with high intensity, and never afraid of going up against bigger players. Nakayama led the league in steals 2 years in a row with his tenacious grit and grind defense. He's picking up his offense game too, capable of knocking down shots from deep, improving his craft every year. His passion for the game and how he never quit on a play will definitely move your heart. The opposing team is the Aubarc Tokyo, appearing in this show for the 3rd time. Their hometown is Tokyo, capital of Japan. Defending back-to-back champion is looking for their 3rd title in a row. Their team mascot, Luke, is one of the popular ones among the league. Sleepy face and fluffy furs, and they say he is always hungry. You should check out these nice team merchandises too. Their home uniform color is black, but they will be wearing white away uniforms this weekend instead. They were struggling at the beginning of the season, but they seems like they're getting back to the team they were last year, raising their rank to 5th place in the Eastern Conference. You should watch out for this guy, who has played professionally overseas, such as in Philippines. Number 3, point guard, Seiya Ando. He is one of the top point guard representing Japan. A player who can calmly control the tempo of the game, but also has the ability to score with his shooting. And he can play defense with high intensity throughout the game. Man, he got everything you can ask for a point guard. He was determined to challenge overseas right after he graduated from college. First, he played for minor league in the States. Then he signed and played in the Canadian Professional League, NBL, as the first Japanese player ever. In 2015, he signed with the Asian powerhouse, Meralco Bolts of the PBA, and contributed to their playoffs run. Maybe the experiences in the Philippines has some positive influence on how hard he plays on the court. I can tell that he is a tough player who will overcome adversity with hard work and determination. He is definitely one of the pioneers that proved himself and earned respect internationally. With that being said, don't miss out Nakayama and the Akita Northern Happiness take on Ando and the Aubarc Tokyo at home on March 24th at 7 p.m. Man, I'm pumped up for this one. That's it for now. We hope you liked our show. Till next time, have a good one everybody.